The darkness. Alright. I was amused by your video at the end with the alien thing. That was hilarious. That was really good. Aliens! I have a little bit of a, to add on to kind of, you know, pass the baton. I'll catch it and run, you know, I'll go ahead and run with what you basically talked about. It's something that I was gonna, you know, I wanted to, you know, I don't think I've said this before, but it's something that's really interesting and topical. So, the idea that we're all equal, that we all are, I mean, ultimately, we're all a part of the same thing. We're all one in the same process. We're all equal in that. But because we're all equal then, and I said this, we're all gods, right? But that makes us the same as we were before relative to each other. Relative to each other, we can still be, one person can be more intelligent than another, one person can be more loving than another, one person can be more understanding than another. And these qualities are what distinguish us. This variety is what ultimately makes us beautiful, and beautiful from, like you said, being able to appreciate another person's qualities objectively in a way. Such that you're not trying to be like them. You don't want to necessarily take their life, as in, like, you know, become them, but you maybe would want to emulate what qualities they have, or something like that. I mean, I think that there's a certain amount of what is it? It's not respect. It's I'll just try to explain it with words anyway. We want to, you know, be like somebody else. There's nothing wrong necessarily with that, because it's like, if somebody's philosophical, maybe I want to be more philosophical, and they have inspired me, and I guess that's what I was trying to get at. Some people can be inspirational to another person, and there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. As long as you don't have a misguided approach to it, like trying to dress like them in order to be like them, or trying to talk like them in order to be like them. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You have to emulate, because we are all one. Trying to emulate someone in an aspect that isn't of yourself makes no sense. You have to emulate, in order to emulate another person, you have to push out that which is already in you like them. And then what you're doing is you are taking your own approach to what they have already done, and that is a totally different thing from mimicking another person or whatever. And I think that there is a certain amount of no one is worth more than another, but we all have better qualities in certain things, and I think that those are what we will get respect for. Those are what we should be adored for. And those are what God, I think, the reality that and ultimately we kind of understand that perspective, that objective perspective in a certain way. And that is why we adore the people that are beautiful. I mean, the people that are beautiful have a gift. And the gift is their body. Of course, we are maybe we're obsessed with the physical aspect and rather than the inner aspect, which I think is kind of a sad predicament, because although the bodies that we have are probably the best gift that we will ever receive, and that gift is both from our parents and from our real parents. Time and space are our real parents. And that is what, that's why we should be thankful to God for having what we have, this awesome technology, really, and being able to experience the Matrix through that. is an amazing, amazing thing. So yeah, I mean, the having that gift though, people adore. We adore technology, am I right? So we adore the technology of their bodies, and then if they have anything at all that's even remotely interesting to say, we're like, whoa, 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 oh my goodness, you know. So it's as soon as you have both qualities, the inner and outer qualities, then you're really somebody, because you have overcome what would otherwise be distracting. Having the body is something that can be distracting. So yeah, I hope this was you know, a little bit more clear. To summarize again, we're all equal, but at the same time we're all not. And I think that to recognize that isn't to necessarily do any bad or negative interaction with the world. If we value what is right, you know, I mean, I don't. If we value the good qualities of people, and we say this person is more awesome than I am, I don't think it's doing any wrong for anything. As long as we're not obsessing over the body or this or that, I think we're in good shape. But yeah, I think there is still that scale. I mean, let's also talk about if somebody's doing a job, their job, the quality of their work should be able to be assessed. We're not all equal in that sense. The socialist sense is wrong. Marxism is a foolish notion because not everybody does the same quality work. So not everybody can be paid the same amount. And that's a fundamental aspect of the government that I've come up with or whatever, is that we should be all qualified based upon, I mean, as far as how good our work is, we should all have that qualification. There should be a certain degree of, and we have that with capitalism, but it's not correctly qualified, because what we really pay people for is the complexity of their job and the amount of time they spend on it, rather than the quality of their work. It should be the complexity of their job and the quality of their work is which should be assessed, rather than the amount of time they spend on it. In any case, I hope that was I hope that helped with, you know, your explanation. We are all equal, but we aren't. We are all equal, but who we are makes us distinguished. How we are is what makes us distinguished. What we do with what we have makes us distinguished.